Hi, I'm James Schillinglaw for Insider Travel Report. I'm here in Amsterdam at the fabulous De l'Europe Hotel, now being run by Robert Jan Woltering, who's a good friend of mine. We've interviewed him before for this property and for others. And we're here at the penthouse suite overlooking, and you can hear the bells in the background of Amsterdam. And we're going to tell you all about this fabulous property that you might thought you might know, but you really don't, because there's been a lot of change going on here. You're going to find out about all that and more on Insider Travel Report. Robert Jan, first of all, great to see you. Thank you for hosting me for one night. There's not enough time to take in all that you've done here. It's amazing.
Thank you, James. Yes, we did undergo a lot of change, like this city as well, although the canals are still here. But we've added a whole new wing, formerly known, I believe, as the Grand Masters wing.
Yeah, and I stayed here 12 years, maybe 2012, I should say. That's when I last stayed here. You've been telling me about how different it is. And how many years have you been here now?
Already 3.5, James, can you imagine? I arrived July 22. We just finished the main part of the renovations in the main part of the hotel at Rondeel. And we then added the house, where we added these 14 absolutely creative, almost crazy suites.
They're creative. Everyone is different, and we're going to talk about that because this hotel really is two hotels in one. I mean, if you want to talk about it, you have sort of the classic wing where I'm staying now, and the rooms are gorgeous, no question about it. And then you have the new wing, which was, I think, an old bank, right, before. And I stayed in that wing when it was the Grand Masters wing, and now it's this incredible, eclectic, every designer suites. You gave these suites up to different artists, right?
14 different artists. Were invited during COVID to come and work here, live here, create here, and play here, and sleep here as well. And in 22, Heineken, the owner of the hotel, still the owner of the hotel, asked me to have a look, and so we found a really nice hybrid formula where we say, okay, we're going to keep your brand, we're going to redecorate, or actually you redecorate the suite up to your standards, what you like, the message you want to pass across.
Whatever artist is going to come in, and so you have 16 different suites that are really doing a very eclectic, as you'll see, as we're going to show some of them. Some are movie, some are film, some are art, some are, well, you have a Harper's Bazaar suite.
We got the Harper's Bazaar suite, amongst others. And so all are different, all have their own individual in-suite and out-suite experience. So there's something in the suite waiting for you when you come and stay with us. But we also take you to the secret corners of Amsterdam to discover something that nobody else except you and me will know.
Well, and here we are, we're on the penthouse, and so we're right, they have a lot of these suites do have an outdoor balcony, most of them do, so it's really amazing to be here. But I have to say, even the traditional wing of the hotel is lovely as well.
Oh, it most certainly is. It most certainly is. It's not for nothing that Michelin awarded us 3 keys, the only hotel in the Benelux and one of the 143 in the world. So that means something, I guess.
And you have a 1-2-star Michelin restaurant as well.
We got a 1-2-star Michelin, we got a Bib Gourmand French brasserie, and we got an amazing Italian trattoria.
Well, I said for a size hotel, and how many total rooms? It's a little over 100, right?
107 keys, 58 of those are suites.
And then you have 3 restaurants and 2 bars, right?
Made for and by the Amsterdammers. I find it super important when you come and dine in a hotel that you get to encounter the locals, and that's what we do. It's made for the Amsterdammers.
And indeed, we had a lovely lunch today at Brasserie Marie, but your fine dining, what's the fine dining restaurant? It's
Flora. And it has a particularity because actually there's no dairy, no cream and no butter in a 2 Michelin star restaurant. How is that for a change?
I didn't think they allowed that. I don't know, but well, unfortunately it's closed today, so I'm going to have to come back and see that. So you have that restaurant, and then it's a very different space, as you'll see. It really is incredible space, and it's actually, you can walk through. It's sort of a walk-through kitchen as well, right?
We take you. You enter through the kitchen, I would almost say. So you go into the chef's table in our little laboratory. You see exactly what they do, and we do a lot of innovations and a lot of creations there. And then we take you through the kitchen, and then you can either do the shared dining table, the kitchen table, or have a beautiful 2-star experience in a restaurant.
It sounds amazing.
Quite worthwhile.
And by the way, that's not all. You have an Italian restaurant too in the new wing, right?
Trattoria Graziella. It's his love and
right.
food, how
kinda-
food
I'm-
was meant to be.
I know it looks amazing. I'm going to go actually tonight. I'm going to go dine at Brasserie Maria again. But boy, I could dine here 3 nights and then have drinks. We said the famous Freddy's Bar, which is out of Alfred Heineken, who was actually the Heineken family still owns this. And I have been in Freddy's many times, but you've even changed that up a bit, right?
We did fully change it. Actually, it hadn't been touched for a long, long time. So now it's again, we kept, of course, the essence of Freddy's Bar because it's an homage to Freddie Heineken. But we were able to make available our award-winning wine cellar, where now
I saw that. There's a down a spiral staircase, right?
through Freddy's you can enter into the wine cellar and you have your own private tasting by our award-winning sommelier. He won actually the best sommelier of the Netherlands, and it just happened. So we're super proud of that, of course. But yeah, that's quite an experience, James.
Or you can have on tap, obviously, fresh Heineken beer, which is amazing. I don't know. Do you still do the where you offer on tap in the rooms?
Yes, we do. But you need to call a little bit up front.
I know. I remember that was one I remember. I didn't want you to give that one up because it was in. Not that I was going to use it, because you can just go to the Freddy's and get that as well. But then the second bar is a Scotch whiskey tasting bar. Right?
It's a specialty bar. It's really a mixology room, but we do have a wonderful partnership with Macallan, and you got the most exquisite whiskies of the world. Truly, truly exceptional.
Well, I was going to ask you, what have you done in the past few years? But you've done a lot in the last 3 years since you've been here. Right?
What have I not done?
I know. You created 2 hotels in one. Incredible, different with these suites, and we're going to flash some of the photos of these incredible suites that you can have your guests come and stay. Great for meetings and groups. If you want to have private movie rooms, you got a suite like that. If you want to just enjoy all of the different eclectic artists that you have here, it just absolutely is stunning, and it's been kind of a revelation for me because I didn't know what you'd done with what I had stayed in before.
Well, you know what? It's not about me. It's the team. We have a really eclectic, crazy, creative marketing director here. She came up with a lot of the concepts. We have a fantastic team in food and beverage. They've made the change. And I was just the dirigent in front of the orchestra, making sure that it all sounded nice.
Well, you have a lot of parts to put together. That's the.
I want to really thank the team here, but also you for coming. And by the way, we got a really special surprise for you tonight. You are going out there exploring the city of Amsterdam, because we are all about Amsterdam, the home of original Amsterdam luxury. That's our baseline. That's who we are. That's what we stand for.
And you got one of the great rivers of Amsterdam flowing right around you, right?
Look at that. I mean, isn't that beautiful?
That's gorgeous. And this is what you can see every part of. There's a terraces on all the suites and but there are also terraces at river level with the restaurants and the spa, right? Absolutely. Which I saw the spa is amazing. There's a little nook and cranny in the spa where you can go out and relax outside. I think I'm going to sort of reserve that spot tomorrow morning.
Marie is about to open, and when the terrace of Marie opens, it's a whole new ball game again.
Yeah. So, last question: are you happy you came back home to oversee this hotel? I remember when we were down in your previous hotel down in Mexico, we had a great interview, and then you said, I'm going to go back to Amsterdam and oversee De l'Europe. Good decision?
I would say it's the best decision of my life. I'm home, and by Lord, we all love travel, but after 27 years abroad in 14 countries on 5 continents, it's so good to be home.
And especially on a nice sunny day today, and what you and your team have done with this hotel, which was always a wonderful hotel, and now it's so much different, so much better, so many options that you can actually stay in the hotel the whole time, but that's not the goal. The goal is to get out and see Amsterdam, right?
We want you to really explore my and our city the way we do it, and that's what we're all about.
Well, Robert Jan, great. Thank you for inviting me for this really wonderful. We got so lucked out here with the weather and everything else. This is amazing. We're up here on the penthouse terrace. It's an amazing revelation for me to come back here. I look back, and the last time I was here was before your time, was 2012. So there's been a lot of change.
It was time, and do come and say hello. Amsterdam loves you. We're here for you. The canals are waiting for centuries, and otherwise we still have the tulips. So see you soon.
I'm James Shillinglaw, and this is Insider Travel Report.